Welcome guys, and welcome to another video on this channel. Today we are going back to the most liked series on this channel, and that is the most realistic price predictions. This time we will do it for Ethereum because this is the coin that most of you wanted to see next. If you are new to this channel, then you have to know that in this video I will not make up a price. I will go into historical data and tell you what is the most realistic price prediction for Ethereum for the end of 2021 till 2022 based on historical data. But before we are getting into the analysis, you could do me a huge favor by subscribing to this channel, because I put out a valuable video every week and this way you won't miss it. Also, it helps a lot, and also the first link in the video description is my Patreon link, so if you want to support my channel, then feel free to check that out. Also, I will share all the details of my work there first, so all analysis, trades, what cryptos I'm buying, and also there you can send me a suggestion of a cryptocurrency which I should analyze next for the next most realistic price prediction. I will collect them, and then there will be a poll where you can vote for your favorite crypto that you want to see the next price analysis for. As I mentioned before, all this you find on the first link in the video description, so check that out. It is definitely worth it. And that is enough self-promotion. Let's start with the analysis. When this is the first price prediction for me that you are watching, then I will quickly explain what I calculate and why. Right now you are seeing my Excel sheet with all the details. The first part that we have to know is the estimation highest point of the market cap, and also the time window which is expected when the market cap will reach that high. All this information you can see here. Market cap in 2021 till 2022 estimated 10.54 trillion to 16.67 trillion. When you are now curious why this time window and how I came to the conclusion that it will be between 10.45 to 16.67 trillion, then I will link my Bitcoin price prediction right here. There I'm exactly showing and explaining why this time window and how I came to the conclusion of the estimated market cap. First points are market cap and time window, which we are having right now. The next point that we have to calculate is how much market dominance Ethereum will have. In case you're asking yourself why we have to know that, when we have an estimation of the market dominance, then we can calculate how much Ethereum is worth. To do that, I watched the last market dominance cycles in Ethereum, which you are seeing right here. In the first gap, I have written down the Ethereum dominance, and in the second gap, I have written down the date. I started with the first high, which was at 2.46% on the 24th of August 2015, and the next low was on the 19th of October 2015. There the market dominance reached a low of 0.88%. Then in the next gap I have written down the percentage change from the high to the low. In the next case we have a decrease of 64.23%. The decrease I marked red in this gap, and the increases I marked green. Just that we also have an example for an increase. The next high was on the 14th of March 2016 with a peak in the market dominance of 13.59%, and that is an increase of 1444%. I will not go through all the numbers right now because this could get really boring. also for me, so we can skip this. Of course, if you want to go through the numbers, feel free to pause the video and do so. But there is something that we should notice here, and that is that the increases are getting smaller and smaller each cycle, from 1444% to 724.6% to 99.61%. That is what we should take away from the market dominance cycles. Now we have some different estimations in the market dominance, and I will now tell you what it is and what I think is the most likely. As you can see right now, as I'm making this video, the current Ethereum market dominance is 11.74%, and the last low was 7.27%. When we now take the increase of the last cycle, then we would have an increase of 99.61%, which would lead us to a market dominance of 14.51%. That is why I marked these three fields in yellow, because this goes with the 99.61 estimation from this cycle. Now we have our first example, 14.51% in market dominance. We also know our estimated market cap, and now we can calculate the price. What I have done right here, 14.51% of 16.67 trillion is 2.42 trillion. And when we have the number of 2.42 trillion, we have to divide that by the Ethereum supply, and the result of that is the price per Ethereum. In this case, this would lead to a price of 21,461.27 pennies. Then we also have the lower estimation of the market cap, which is 10.45 trillion. And with this market cap and a market dominance of 14.51%, we would have an outcoming price of $13,479.80. As you can see, I always did two couple lines here. One line for the higher market cap estimation and one for the lower one. Same as before, I don't want to get it boring here, so I won't read all of this to you now. You know how the calculation is working and you can see the price outcome. But what I want to tell you is what the peaks of the market dominance have to mean. So let me explain that to you, and then I will tell you what I think is the most realistic one. First, after the 14.51%, we have the 20.58%, which is the last high in the market dominance. The outcoming price you can see in these two lines right here. Next one is 25%, which is the middle of the last high and the penultimate high. Outcoming price you can see in these two lines. Then we have the penultimate high, which was 31.17%, and the outcoming price you can see in these two lines right here. You can see that I have a gray marked field right here where is written average of all, $29,797.46. This means that the average price of these four estimations is $29,797.46. This is the middle price of the lowest price, so $13,479.80, and the highest price, which is $47,115.12. As you can see, I have two more pairs down here, and let me explain to you what these examples are. The first one is just an increase of 70% of the last market dominance low. That is why I have written here 70%. Also here we have two prices and an average of 14,858 $54.39. And then the final one with 8.24%. This is the outcome when I go with the market dominance cycle decrease. When I go with this cycle, I took the latest decrease in the market dominance. So from the penultimate circle to the last circle, so from 724.6% to 99.61%. And that is a decrease of 86.25%. And I have subtract these 86.25% from the last cycle increase, which was 99.61%. And then I have an outcome of 13.41%. So plus 13.41% to the last low, which was 7.27%. And then we have a result of 8.24% in total. And with this market dominance, we have an average price of $9,886.98. Now we have a couple of choices. The question now is, which one is the most realistic one? And I think that there are three scenarios that are qualified. The first one, and I think this is the most realistic one, is that Ethereum will go lower in the market dominance than in the last cycle to 8.24%, because Ethereum is a smart contract platform and there is so much competition out there, competition that from a technical perspective is more advanced than Ethereum. So I think it will be really hard for Ethereum to compete with these other smart contract platforms from a technical perspective. We also have to include that Ethereum right now is one of the most, maybe even the most adopted cryptocurrency, and they also have benefits that other smart contract platforms didn't have. I don't want to go into detail here because this is not the topic of this video, but this is the second scenario that could happen, and that is when Ethereum will hold its position as leading smart contract platform. Then I could imagine that it will have a market dominance, most likely in this space here, 12.36%, maybe even 14.51%, but not higher. I think this would be very unlikely. The third scenario is something I think is really unlikely, and I think that most of you, maybe all of you, can agree on. All these estimations and predictions from before count on the success of Ethereum. So the opposite, of course, would be that Ethereum will fail in the upcoming bull run, and no one of these estimations will happen. But as I mentioned before, I think this is really unlikely. So final summary and final conclusion, I think the most likely estimation is the estimation of the market dominance of 8.24%. That would be an average price of $9,886.98. This has a lower probability for me, but I can imagine that it will reach a higher market dominance if, as I said before, when Ethereum have great success, then I can imagine a market dominance between 12.36% and 14.51%. At 12.36%, this would be an average price of $14,854.39, and just for the 14.51%, this would be, I didn't calculate it before, but if I'm not totally wrong, it has to be around $17,500. So we could now take the average of 9,886.98 from the 8.24% market dominance estimation and the $17,500 from the 14.51%. And then we have, let's round this one to 10K, so the 9,886, 10K, and then we have an average price of $13,750. So this is the final one. My most realistic price prediction is $9,886.98 with an upward potential to $13,750. I hope you're all still alive after these numbers and calculations. I hope you liked the video. If you do, then give this video a like, it helps a lot. If you have another opinion on that, maybe you say the 25% market dominance is the most realistic one, then write it down in the comments, but please add a reason to it, not just the number. Subscribe to this channel because I put out a valuable video every week, and also check out the Patreon link in the video description. It is definitely worth it. That's it for this video. See you in the next one, and as always, have a nice day.